Hello, and welcome to the screencast for the Sophomore English syllabus. The purpose of this video is for me to go through and highlight the important features of the syllabus. I know that you're able to read through this all, so I'll just try to keep it short and highlight the most important things. So this first part is just an introduction to the class. It's talking about how, as an English class, we're going to be covering reading, writing, speaking, listening, and language standards, that line up to the sophomore standards. So we will be studying some major works of literature, and each unit will be supplemented with either poetry, short stories, nonfiction, and or art. So to jump right in, the materials needed to be successful in this class are going to be a laptop, a charger, and internet access. Hopefully you all have access to these. If not, please reach out to me. Next up is an organizational tool. So however you choose to be organized for my class will be sufficient. I personally am a pen paper kind of person, but I know that there are some online resources for maintaining organization. And then there's a last piece here talking about how when we return to in-person learning, we might need some more materials, but you'll absolutely have enough notice on that one. Moving right along to my expectations, I have 4 expectations for my classroom, and then I went ahead and added a 5th expectation that came from Harvard University to kind of talk about this new learning platform that we have. So first, showing respect for you and others. I know that you know what this looks like. Taking turns while talking and respecting different ideas and personal space and learning and maintaining a safe learning environment as well. I also expect you to take responsibility for your own learning, especially in this online world. It's really hard to have that personable piece. And so in order to succeed in my class, you're going to have to be able to take responsibility for your own learning, being proactive. Also, be a problem solver, not an excuse maker. This is a really important piece. So hopefully that's self-explanatory, but I expect that in my class, we are all problem solvers. The final piece is some flexibility and some understanding that we're working through some crazy times, and flexibility is important. Make sure that you read through this last piece, okay? Very important. It's talking about how I still expect you to abide by the same rules and norms that we would in a physical classroom. Just because we're online doesn't mean that you're able to eat and be distracted and not be properly dressed, anything like that. So read through that for me. Another piece is going to be this citizenship piece. So the school honor code, dress code, everything like that is outlined in the MPS handbook. I can connect you to that resource if you would like, but you can read through that. Cell phones will be used as a learning device within the classroom. I believe we have them all, so we might as well use them to learn. Here's a piece about you have a 5-minute grace period, but I absolutely take attendance for WebEx meetings. Next up, I have my grading policy. It's pretty standard, so take some time and look through this and familiarize yourself. Late work. So late work is accepted on a case-by-case basis, but you have to communicate with me first. That's a really important piece. We're online, and so we rely on communication to understand needs and ways that we can support one another. Finally, I have a piece on here about cheating and plagiarism. So you can go ahead and read the definition for plagiarism, but do know it's a zero tolerance policy within my classroom. You would receive a 0 grade and fill out an MIR. So that is all that I have for my syllabus. Make sure that you read this all the way through, familiarize yourself with the highlights, and then make sure that you complete the syllabus test or the syllabus quiz, and you can find that on Canvas.